Hello, my myRockworld fans. We are here in Munich at the Strom Club. We have something really special today. We have an exclusive interview with Temperance Movement from England. And if you are not already familiar with the name Temperance Movement, expect that to change soon. Formed less than 2 years ago, they have been selling out gigs on just the strength of their live reputation with no album to promote and just that old friend word of mouth. Now they have released their debut album, just called the Temperance Movement, via myRockworld. So welcome Temperance Movement, Phil and Paul.
Hello, hi.
Nice to meet you. How are you doing?
First question, please tell us something about the new album and how you guys got together.
Well, we got together in London about 2 years ago. We wanted to make the best rock album that we possibly could. We wanted to get together with the best musicians that we possibly could, and we wanted to write and record and get the album out and do it quickly. We weren't really bothered about a record deal or anything like that. And we did exactly what we wanted to do, and when we released our EP off our own back, we started getting interest from lots of people. We had many good breaks, and lots of people have been very good to us, and we've been very lucky.
You want to say something?
No, that pretty much covers it.
How come to choose such an unusual band name, and what was the idea behind that?
I don't think it's very unusual. It's just it's a proper name for a band. It's a name like the Creedence Clearwater Revival. It's a name from the old world. It's a name with a bit of class. We're not called the shits or the pricks or the we're just we're trying to create an image with the name that sort of tells you about something a bit grander than the moment that you're in. You know, maybe something from the past, maybe an old travelling medicine show on a cart that rides into town, like we have done tonight in Munich.
Cool. That is cool.
And we set up shop and we play.
So this is your first time in Germany?
Yes, on tour. We started our tour 2 or 3 weeks ago, and the first place we played was Germany. It was in Cologne. And then we very swiftly moved on to Hamburg before we went in for a big bunch of gigs in Sweden. Okay. And now we're back, now Germany again.
And how's the tour doing so far?
The tour is absolutely amazing. We just played Berlin last night, and this is the first time we've ever been there, and the place was full, and we were given a lot of attention, a lot of love, and we were fed very well at the bar.
Is it true that the album was just recorded in 4 days? How did you manage to be that fast?
Yeah, we did record it in 4 days. We didn't go in to record an album particularly. We went in because we had enough money for 4 days in the studio. So that's why we booked 4 days. We didn't sit down and work out that we needed 4 days to record it. And we went in and we kind of did things in a very old school way. We played everything live, no overdubs. We recorded to tape. We pretty much played each song 3 times and picked a take and wiped the tape, kept that one and moved on. And then after the whole recording process, when we kind of took away what we had done in those 4 days, we looked back and kind of compiled everything together and realised that actually we've probably got an album here. And then the more we kind of started working on the mixing of that material, we were like, yeah, this is our debut album.
There's currently a revival of young bands playing and sounding very vintage, like Rival Sons or The Brew, or also my favorite, Vintage Trouble. Where do you see the Temperance Movement alongside such bands, and what do you think is the reason that this genre does have a comeback?
I think that I didn't try to bring anything back. It's just because of who we are and the music that we like and the time that we grew up. We're just presenting our favourite music, which happens to be in this vein, and we're doing it to the best of our abilities. We're another lucky break for us is the fact that there are many other bands doing the same thing. There's bands like Vintage Trouble and Rival Sons, who are probably the same sort of age as us. There's younger bands as well that are kicking back to the 90s grunge and stuff like this. There's an awful lot of rock music, on the rise again because dance music has shot through the head, a hole that will never be repaired, and it's just that we offer, rock and roll musicians offer a little bit of entertainment, a bit of soul, a bit of fun, a bit of tongue-in-cheek show business, you know.
What were your heroes that brought you to the music?
Well, I got into a lot of old bands through my dad, who would play them to me. So I really loved Free and Little Feat and Bonnie Raitt and kind of Cream, all that kind of stuff. And then as I'm a guitar player, you know, I got into guitar players for a while and specific people within bands. And then I went through other periods of being really into different songwriters and not so much into the guitar playing in particular. So I pretty much got into all those bands through my dad playing me.
Yeah. So. And yours?
Freddie Mercury, Tina Turner, Tom Waits, Rod Stewart. Entertainers, you know. Okay. Big voices, rock and roll voices, people that could scream and shout. I loved Pearl Jam, I loved the Black Crowes, I love Chris Robinson. I think those guys really turned me on.
Yeah, you remind me a little bit of Chris Robinson, also of Steve Marriott.
Absolutely.
You have this aura of both of them.
Thank you very much, sir. That's all I'm trying to do.
Okay. So what's next for the Temperance Movement?
We are going to Frankfurt. We're going to Frankfurt tomorrow, right? And don't ask us to look further ahead than that. Okay. We're going to finish this tour. We go as far as Italy and Spain. We're going to Amsterdam. We're going to Luxembourg, and then we go home to some packed out shows for a last little stretch, and then we're going to have a break for Christmas.
Okay.
But you want to do, let's say, another writing songs for another album next year?
Yeah, of course.
Or you do a live album or something? What can we expect?
We will think about all of those suggestions.
Okay.
We'll definitely. I think next year, as well as keeping up the touring, we need to start to think about next album. I mean, this one's only just come out, so it's early days for this one still, but it's on our minds, and we definitely want to kind of get together and write again and be creative again.
Very good.
And that maybe a live album. Maybe we might do some kind of live album for Record Store Week, which is something that we have, and so yeah.
So most of because the music business has changed a lot, as you know, and most of the older acts, I saw it by Peter Frampton 4 days ago. He sells the concert. He sells it on a stick. After the concert, you can buy the concert, but you can buy it because the band is really tight. And I think your band is really tight, because I saw live things on YouTube. A very tight band. My God, if a band is really tight and good playing, then you can sell your live shows.
One of the best things about this band, the best thing about this band is the fact that we could record the album the way that we did.
This is what you said.
And also, if we go into a radio session or to do a TV show or anything like that, we can do that radio session in one take. And I think that leaves an impression on people, and that impression being that we're a live band, and that's what we do. And we go out and we play shows, and we're totally at home playing a track totally live. And yeah, we could sell the show at the end of the night. At the moment, we don't even have our own sound man.
Okay.
So to have someone that records the show and gets it on a USB stick before
it wouldn't sound good at this stage. You're not going to get a really great sound off the desk, because we're not concentrating on that at the moment. But one day,
if we had the people there to do it, we could do it. But it's at the moment we're just growing as a kind of touring entity. So hopefully one day those guys will be a part of it. But
some words to the fans.
Sorry.
Last question. Some words to the fans.
Some words to the fans. Thank you very much for giving us support and for liking our band and for digging our band and getting into our music. Thank you for coming to our shows and for spreading the word all over the internet. We're very happy. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Have a
guys.
great show.
Thank you.
And see us later.
Great to meet you.